Hey guys, welcome back. Sorry I'm late. I had to help my brother move yesterday and the day before, so really didn't have time to do the video. Sorry. Doing it now though. So what did I wear? Well, first off, hope everybody had a good week. It was a good week here. Always a good week. When it goes by fast. Work week anyway. Always. Anyway, so yeah. Good week. What did I wear? Eternity. Calvin Klein. Eau de Parfum. I like this one. If you're a fan of old school type, it's not a fougere. I wouldn't call it a fougere, but that barbershop type scent, the lavender and stuff. This is a nice scent. If you're not a fan of it, then this isn't going to change your mind. But yeah, if you're a fan of it, you'll like it. Let's get into it here for a second, and then we'll talk about my feelings and whatnot. Eternity EDP 2019 aromatic fougere. They're calling it a fougere. I'm not going to call it a fougere. I guess it is. It's got some ferns and shit in it. But anyway, whatever. Accords are aromatic, fresh, spicy, woody, herbal, floral. Top is sage, ozonic notes, and apple. Mid is cypress, geranium, nutmeg, and lavender. Base is suede, ambergris, orris root, and whatever cyproyal oil is. I don't know. Again, not a chemist, not a perfumer. Don't have a clue. Yeah, I like this one, guys. I like old school, though. I like lavender heavy scents and barbershops and fougères and green scents. This is a green scent. Should have got any bit left to get a spray. There we go. Just a little spray. Right off the top, you get that apple and sage combo, which is always a nice, like a spicy apple. Always a nice combo. Bit of a minty vibe to it. Beautiful, beautiful. The ozonic notes in it are giving it kind of a freshness that really you wouldn't think it would have with the heavy notes of the sage, and you get some of the cypress right at the beginning too, and it just kind of gives it more of a fresh, airy kind of vibe to it. You know what I mean? Without going to. Geez, nice. It smells like the 90s, if that makes sense. It's definitely similar to Eternity, but it's its own scent. You can tell that right away. It's kind of like, you know, if you know Eternity and then you smell this, you'd be like, oh yeah, no, I can see it's, you know. And if you didn't know what it was, you'd be like, oh, it kind of smells like Eternity, but different. It's the best I can describe it. I'm not a wordsmith. It's definitely got the, where it really hits the mark, smelling more like Eternity than at any other point. It's about an hour to an hour and a half in when the mid starts to come out, and that lavender and geranium really take hold, start to shine, and some of that little bit of that nutmeg, and you still got some of that sage and cypress from the top, and it's this slightly spicy, soapy lavender. Really, that's where it smells the most like Eternity. And even then, it's not a one-for-one copy, you know what I mean? It's that lavender. Which brings me to the mid. Like I said, you'll pick up that lavender, geranium, and cypress mostly. The lavender's got a bit of a soapy feel. The geranium gives a bit of a floral, slight floral feel, and the cypress is green. This scent is green, man. Soapy green. Very nice. The dry down comes in and you get a bit of, they're calling it ambergris here. It's not ambergris, it's more of an ambroxan type scent. Just adding a little depth to the scent. There's really no smell from the ambroxan. I don't pick up any smell from the ambroxan. It's just kind of adding as like a base or a you're giving the, what I get mostly from this is again green. I'm assuming that's a cypre oil and the leather, and I think the ambroxan is just kind of giving a base, a little bit of oomph to those two notes. Start to finish, it's green. Like I said, the apple is green apple, the sage, the cypress. You get that soapy vibe from the lavender. Then at the base, it's got that green. It's just a nice scent. Not anything that's going to, you know, shake up the world or anything, but it's, if you like old school with a bit of a modern twist with that, especially the way they use that ambroxan and the green notes, more of them. It's not overly green, you know, it's not polo, it's not, you know, Paco Rabanne pour home, it's not bang in your face green, but it's got green tinges throughout it. And like I said, with that soapy lavender, and it's just the way they use the notes, it's definitely feels more, it feels more 2019, 2020 than it does 1999, but it's still got that 1999 vibe, you know what I mean? It's very nice. Yeah, that apple is real nice off the top. Longevity, you know, for a Calvin Klein, not bad. I got about 7 hours. You know, most of a work day, so you can say a work day. Not bad. Projection, again, not bad, especially for a Calvin Klein. And I keep saying that because I like Calvin Klein, but let's be honest, a lot lately, it's kind of eh. But, you know, projection, about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. Pretty good projection, you know, half a foot out there, nothing beast or anything, but, you know, it gets the job done. One compliment this week with it. A lady, probably about 30-ish, at my work, said it smelled good, she liked it, you know. So one compliment. I've asked a few people, and most of them were the same thing, you know, in general, just, it's nice, it's a nice scent, you know, so it's not offensive, it's definitely got a manly tinge to it, if you want to, if I could use that term, manly. It's definitely not a modern designer scent that it's very feminine in its manliness. You know, not a whole lot of sweetener, not a whole lot of unisex type notes and vibe to it. It's definitely what I would consider, you may not, but what I would consider a man type scent. So if you like those classic fougères and barbershops and green scents from this, you know, 70s, 80s, and into the 90s, but you don't want to smell like you're wearing something completely from the 70s, 80s, or 90s, which is understandable. You want to be a little more modernized, a little more umph to it. Go with this one. Again, buy, try, or avoid. Definitely not avoid. That could be a little bit of my bias coming out for the classic scents. I understand that, but I still wouldn't avoid it. I wouldn't even avoid it, like, oh, for an older man, not for a younger man. I wouldn't even avoid it if you're younger, because this is something that'll make you stand out. You know, if you're in high school, or, you know, and everybody else is wearing Arrows this and Paco Rabanne that and Mont Blanc Explorer, and, you know, you're going to be wearing something completely different that smells really good, and it might help you stand out a bit if you're trying to, because high school can be rough to stand out in, man. I see sometimes people want to stand out in high school, so if you're one of them guys, don't. But if you're confident in yourself and you want to try to stand out a bit, maybe give it a try. It's definitely, I wouldn't call it buy either. It's not an avoid or buy. Unless you're a straight up old school lover like me, this is not a buy. If you are, buy it. If you're not, just try it. This is mostly a try scent. go out and get yourself a little sample, or go to a store and try it, and see if you like it, if it works for you. It's definitely got a classic vibe to it, with a slight modern twist. I'm not even going to call it a complete modern twist, just a slight twist. They knew what they were doing. They're going out for people like me on this one, I think. You know, late 30s and above. They're going out for a guy like me. Yeah, so it performs okay, smells good. It's just not being everybody's cup of tea. So give it a try, guys. I'd definitely try it. I'm actually going to go buy it probably this week. I want to see what it's like, what the prices are online. Last time I checked, it was like $45 online. So that's not bad, because it's a relatively new release. That was a Frag buy, I believe. So, we'll see. I'm definitely going to buy it. I really like it. I'm actually going to pick up another bottle of the original, too, because my bottle of the original is pretty much empty. Well, I don't know pretty much about it. It's got like a spray, maybe spray and a half left in it. So it's empty. But yeah. Alright, guys, so let's see what I'm wearing next week. Or, well, this week, I guess. Tonight will be the first night. God damn it. I don't like this one. But I'll wear it for you. Polo Red Rush. That wasn't a very good polo. I like Polo Red and Polo Red, the one that has the coffee and cocoa vibe. I think it was Polo Extreme or Intense, one of the two, Polo Red, Extreme or Intense. I didn't like Red Rush. I wore it a couple times. I was like, eh. But maybe it'll grow on me. Maybe it'll grow on me. We'll see. Alright, guys. Peace, love, be good to each other.